So God did not leave us to start, okay, Holy Spirit will come. He will tell us all the extra things, to start filling it up with our head. So because if that's what he did by now, there will be so many. This one will say it's Holy Spirit that told him. The other one will say, no. The foundational apostles gave us those insights. And then this is the amazing thing that shocked me. When I went through and studied what Paul and the other apostles wrote, I found out that there is nothing written in the New Testament that was not already in the prophetic scriptures. It is the understanding of it that they are now opening up. Until Peter opened up what was happening on the day of Pentecost and referred it to Joel 2, we wouldn't have known that it was Joel 2 happening. Hello. So they were not inventing doctrines or inventing any new thing. If you see where there is even nothing that Jesus taught that was not already in the prophetic scriptures. It's the understanding of it that he was opening up. So the New Testament was the Old Testament concealed. It was hidden there. They didn't have Acts to preach from. They didn't have Matthew, Mark, and John to preach from. They didn't have the epistles to preach from. All the scriptures were from Genesis to Malachi. But when they read it, they now see the things that belong to this coming dispensation called the church age, the things that now are now coming to pass, and they're able to see because the author of the book is now opening the veil, allowing the eyes of men to behold wondrous things out of God's law. So if you come up tomorrow and say the Holy Spirit is the one telling you, and we go back to the scripture, we can't find the foundation and the basis for what you are concocting, you've gone off. I have something to show you. The curriculum, so first is the four gospels, the teachings of Christ, the life, ministry, and teachings of Christ. There is so much to learn there. Then we come to the revelation, the Pauline revelation, and the revelation that had to do with the New Testament. And chief among them is the revelation of grace. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're one of those grace preachers or grace whatever, let your grace message be rooted in the four gospels. Then your grace message will come back on track. You don't go and take Paul and disconnect him from Jesus. Because Jesus said he's continuing. You have tidied up primary school. So it's just the same thing you are learning. But there are other dimensions to that that we will show you at the secondary school level. It's like you have built your first level. You've done foundation, then you have done level 1 of your upstairs. So now we are putting level 2 on top of it. If you throw away the teachings of Christ, your building is hanging on air. Is there any building that hangs on air? No. All your messages have no foundation and it's going to collapse on your head. That is the kind of grace messages they are preaching. They destroy kingdom values and all of the things. Just two texts alone, if you bring it out from the four gospels. The Sermon on the Mountain A and the Sermon on the Mountain B. The Sermon on the Mountain part A is Matthew 5, 6, and 7. You want to know the values with which you're going to live the Christian life, to live the kingdom. They are revealed there. Part of them is what you call the 7 or 8 Beatitudes. If you don't want to ruin your life and the lives of those that will hear you, and at the end of that teaching, he said, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them is like a wise man that built his house on the rock. You don't come out with some concocted revelation and be quoting Paul.